Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha, Swadha, Swadha. Now, for those who are offering for their mother, anybody offering for mother? Alright. So this will be for mother. If your mother is alive, no offering. Om Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Mata. Take her name and picture in your mind. Deva Sharma Tripitam Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha 3 times. Swadha, Swadha. Now for your nani. Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra. Do you need more water? Nani? Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Mata Mahim Deva Sharma Tripitam Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha, Swadha, Swadha. Now for your Parnani, if you know her, remember her. Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Pramatamahi Pramatamahi Deva Sharma Tripitam Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha, Swadha, Swadha. Now do you know your Nana? Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Matamaha Deva Sharma Tripitam Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha, Swadha, Swadha. Do you know your Paranana? If you do, we can make this offering. If you don't, we will move on. Alright, so we'll move on. So we now do your Aji. Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Pitamahi Deva Sharma Tripitam. Take her name and think of her. Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha, Swadha, Swadha. Do you know your Parnani, your next higher up? Your Nani's mom? Alright, so now you wanted to offer for any other family members? For your brothers? Anybody else? Brothers, okay. Vishnur Om, so you think of them. Vishnur Om Nana Sagotra Bhratavaham Deva Sharma Tripitam Etat Satil Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha. Offer. Swadha, Swadha. Any other? That covers all family members immediate, right? So we will make other offerings now which covers all of your family members that you have not particularly mentioned. But first we make this offering for those who are suffering, those souls which may be they're suffering without anyone to offer for them. Om Narakeshu Samasteshu Yatana Suchaye Stitaha Teshamapyayanaya Diyate Salilammaya. Offer 3 times. Now this goes for all of your family members who you may not have specifically mentioned, but this is their offering for them. Om ye bandhava bandhava va yanmani janmani bandhava te triptham khilamyantu yachasmanktu yakankshinah. Make your offerings. Om. Now this offering is for all of creation. It's a longer mantra. So at the end I will tell you when it is that you would offer. Om A Brahma Bhuna Loka Devi Rishi Muni Manava Tripyantu Pitara Sarve Matri Matamahadayah Atit Kulkoti Nam Saptadeep Nivasana Mayadaten Toyena Tripyantu Bhuvanatrayam. When I say Tripyatu now, you will make your offerings. A Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu 3 times. A Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu. Again. A Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu. This is your last set of offerings. These are for those who have passed on and don't have children. Om ye cha asmakam kule jata putram gotrinemrita te tripyantu mayadatam vastran nishidanodakam. Make your offerings 3 times. Om. Take flowers now. You can put the kush grass into the water that is there in front of you. Put the kush grass that you had in your hand, you can put it in into the water. Take flowers. We make this offering and this prayer. Our ancestors are special to us. This prayer recognizes that. This prayer is for them to know that if they are happy, we ourselves will be happy, because we will know that their souls are sending positive vibrations to us wherever we are. Om Pita Swargaha Pita Dharmaha Pita Hi Paramam Tapaha Pitri Pritimapanne Priyante Sarva Devata. Now we will recite Vishnu Bhagwan's name 10 times. Om Vim Vishnave Namaha. Think of him in his yellow dhoti, his Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, his smiling face looking after those souls. Think of your ancestors, all of them at his feet. Om Vim Vishnave Namaha. 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 Om Ajnanadyadi Vamohat Pratyvetadhureshu Yat Smaranadev Tadvishnu Sampurnyasyaaditi Shrutihi. Om Priyatam Pundarikaksha Sarvayagyesharo Hari Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Proniti Prinitam Jagat. Om Ayayadidam Karmakritam Tat Sarvam Bhagavati Vishnu Samarpitam. Om Vim Vishnave Namaha. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Virdhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokekanatham Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Prem se bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai. Offered by the grass, the kush grass. Now, if this is it for you, those of you, this is the extent of what you're offering, you may loose the knot now on the top. If others, when you go home, you want to do anything else, then you will loose your knot at the top after you have made your offerings, anything else that you want to offer. And we can wash up our hands and come inside. These things, Panditji, they will clean up afterwards, so we will do that and sort it out after. Put your things together and rinse up your hands, and we'll come and join inside. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Ho Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, 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 हे नाथ नारायण। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय। सब कोई सीताराम। Yeah. You have it? You have it? This morning we've had a chance, some members of the Mandir are here who have been able to offer tarpan. As we've mentioned before, this is a blessing. It is an honor to do it on behalf of our departed ancestors. Today is the last day of the Pitri Paksh, and therefore it is a very holy day. We are able to join together in that. Now, those who have made their offerings will continue to do their Krishna Ji Puja. And whilst that is going on, we will have our regular service. Prem se bol Shri Govind Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. We sit upright and we ask God to permeate into our entire being. Fill each aspect of us, each crevice, each nook, each thought, each cell, each pulse, each impulse. We ask, first of all, that our divine vibration of Om continues to reverberate in our mind as we invoke it 3 times, that beautiful mantra. Om. गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बूफलचारुभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। ॐ वक्रतुण्डाय हुं श्रीगणेशाय नमः। Divine Mother, we know you're coming. Sarvamangalamangale Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Vichem. Hey Shambhu Shankar Gaurinath, we ask you to be with us, give us peace, protect us always. Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगंबराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। हर नम पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। To our gurus, we bow our heads to their lotus-like feet. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha। Om Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai। Krishna Bhagwan, by your grace, the dumb can speak eloquently, those who can't walk can reach to you. Those of us who have been able to have, by your own blessings, been able to come to before you today. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulangayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam। Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha। Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namo Namaha। Ganesh ji,
जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय 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 गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे, मणि मणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे। लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे, मणि मणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे। गजमणि माल गले ब्रिज सोही, गजमणि माल गले ब्रिज सोही, माल लला में चंद्रकला में, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी, गणपति जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय। मोदक दीप दीप जननी, जब तुमक झलक नूपुर झनकारे। मोदक दीप दीप जननी, जब तुमक झलक नूपुर झनकारे। रिद्धि सीधी दो चवर दुलावत, रिद्धि सीधी दो चवर दुलावत। सुर समूह लखी होत सुखारी, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन
Prem Shri Ram Govind Mohan Murari, Prem Sarvo Shri Govind Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. Sitaram, everybody, once again. Thank you so much for coming. There's so many other things that you could have been doing today, but instead you have come here to join with us, to pray to Bhagwan, to join together as a family, to feel the love and vibration of being together, praying together, singing together, filling our heart and mind together. God has given us this chance to come to Mandir. We have taken it. May God bless you. For those of us who are looking on, we know that there must be some reason why you're not here. Maybe you're out of the country. Maybe you are not able to reach here for whatever reason. At least we can touch you in the manner in which we are now. Before moving on to the mantras of the Sandhya, let us sing the Madhurashtakam. Krishna Bhagwan, our prayer, our puja, our thoughts are focused on him today, as always. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram Madhuradhipate
Rakhilam Madhuram
Madhuradhipate Rakhi
Madhuram
Vachanam Madhuram Charitam Madhuram Vachanam
Madhuram Charitam Madhuram
Vasanam Madhuram Valitam Madhuram Vasanam
Madhuram Valitam Madhuram
Chalitam Madhuram Brahmitam Madhuram Madhuradhipate Rakhilam
Madhuram
Madhuradhipate. How he walks, how he talks, how he speaks, how he smiles, it is all so sweet. Bhagwan, we love you. Venur Madhuro Renur Madhura
Venur Madhuro Renur Madhura
Panir Madhura Pado Madhuro Panir Madhura
Pado Madhuro
Nrityam Madhuram Sakhyam Madhuram Madhuradhipate Rakhilam
Madhuram
Madhuradhipate.
Rakhilam
Oh, how he dances into our hearts, so beautiful, so sweetly. Prabhu, we bow to you. Geetam Madhuram Pitam Madhuram Geetam Madhuram Pitam
Madhuram
Bhuktam Madhuram Suktam Madhuram Bhuktam Madhuram.
Sutam
His form, Rupam Madhuram Tilakam Madhuram Madhuradhipate Rakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipate Rakhilam
Madhuram
Karanam Madhuram Taranam Madhuram Karanam Haranam Madhuram Ramanam Madhuram Haranam Madhuram Ramanam Vamitam Madhuram Shamitam Madhuram Madhuradhipate
Rakhilam Madhuram
Madhuradhipate.
Rakhilam Madhuram.
His humming, his flute playing, his mala, everything is so beautiful. गुंजा मधुरा माला मधुरा
गुंजा मधुरा माला मधुरा
यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा
यमुना मधुरा रीचिर मधुरा
सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतिरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा गोपी
मधुरा लीला मधुरा
युक्तं मधुरं भूतं मधुरं
युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं
दृष्टं मधुरं श्रेष्ठं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा युष्टिर्मधुरा युष्टिर्मधुरा युष्टिर्मधुरा
सृष्टिर्मधुरा
दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरम्
इति श्रीमद्वल्लभाचार्य विरचितं मधुरष्टक संपूर्णम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की हरि ओम तत्सत वी स्टिल स्लीपिंग। प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की
जय
जय देवी मैया जय कृष्ण भगवान। Mantras of the Sandhya, let us all join together in purifying ourselves, our minds, our thoughts, our hearts, our deeds, our actions, everything through the mantras of the Sandhya which we shall now recite. Ask that you all join along with us.
ॐ परमात्मने नमः ॐ परमात्मने नमः ॐ परमात्मने नमः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। Let us be saved together. Let us be reared together and united and strengthened together too. Let us not be jealous of each other.
Imagine now that you're holding some water in your right hand, and each time you take a sip as we recite these mantras.
Om Amritopastar Namasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashaha Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha.
O God, protector and supporter as thou art of the universe, be kind and bestow upon us truth, fame, beauty and prosperity.
Once again, Archman in your right hand, imagine that you have it as this mantra is being recited.
ॐ शन्नो देवीरभीष्टया आपो भवन्तु पीतये शम्योरभिस्रवन्तु नः.
Omnipresent God, be kind to us and grant the happiness and objects we need.
Imagine now that in your left palm you have some water, and we'll be touching with these two fingers different parts of your body, starting first of all with your mouth.
Om Bhagava.
Our nose,
Om Pranaha Pranaha.
our eyes,
Om Chakshuhu
our
Chakshuhu.
ears,
Om Srotram Srotram.
our belly button,
Om Nabhi.
our heart,
Om Hridayam.
our throat,
Om Kantaha.
our head,
Om Shiraha.
our shoulders.
Om Bahobhyam Yashobalam.
We rinse as if we are washing our hands.
Om Karatala Karaprishte.
O God, let my words, eyes, ears, neck, heart, throat, head, and entire body be pure and powerful, and arms strong and renowned. Let my palm and back of palm perform religious rites.
Once again, imagine the water in your hand, and we touch different parts of our body again.
Om Bhupunatu Shirasi.
Our eyes,
Om Bhuvaha Punatu Nitrayo.
our throat,
Om Swaha Punatu Kanthe.
our heart,
Om Mahapunatu Hridaye.
our belly button, navel,
Om Janaha Punatu Nabhyam.
our legs, right to left,
Om Tapaha Punatu Padayo.
our head once again,
Om Satyam Punatu Punaha Shirasi.
sprinkle the water over us.
Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra.
Let the region of Bhu help us to purify our head. Let the region of Bhuaha help us to purify our eyes. Let the region of Swaha help us to purify our throat. Let the region of Maha help us to purify our heart. Let the region of Janaha help us to purify our navel. Let the region of Tapaha help us to purify our legs. Let the region of Satya help us to purify our heads. Let Brahma help us to purify every place.
In this pranayam, now you take a deep breath and then you recite out the mantra. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Mahaha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam,
Om Ritam Cha Satyam Cha Abhidyan Tapaso Adhyajayata Tato Ratraya Jayata Tataha Samudrodhyanavat Om Samudradhyanavat Adhi Samvatsaro Vajayata Ahoratrani Vidhatara Visvesha Mishato Vashi Om Surya Chandramasodhata Yatha Purvam Akalpaya Devam Cha Prithvim Cha Antariksham Ato Swaha.
Tendency for creation arose in the divine mind of the absolute God. Then came chaos, then came subtle water, then day and night. The sun, the moon, heaven, world and the horizon were created as previously when the world was previously
We
created.
think of Surya Bhagwan now to illuminate our mind, our heart, and our whole entire being.
Om दूत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशि विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ उर्व्यं तमसः परि स्वापश्यन्त उत्तरं देवं देवत्रा सूर्यं गणमा ज्योतिरुतमाम् ॐ क्षेत्रं देवानाम् उरगायनिकं चक्षुरमेत्रस्य वरुणस्याग्ने आप्राध्या वा पृथ्वी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्या आत्मा जगता तश्चूर्चश्च स्वाहा.
O God, you are beyond darkness. The luminous sun represents you. Everything in this universe proclaims your glory. The wise are surprised and illuminated by thine supreme nature. You have given vision to the sun, the sea god, the fire god. The heaven, the middle region, and the earth are being sustained by you. You are the soul of the universe.
We pray now for long life, healthy life, a happy life.
ॐ तक्षशूरदेवहितं पुरास्ता शुक्रमुचरात् पाशे मा शरदः शतं जीवे मा शरदः शतं शृणुयामा शरदः शतं प्रभवामा शरदः शतम् अधीनाश्यामा शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतात्.
Omniscient God, let us see for 100 years. Let us live for 100 years. Let us hear for 100 years. Let us live for more than 100 years.
We now bow our heads as we recite these mantras, invoking love and devotion and obeisance to each one of these forms.
ॐ ब्रह्मणे नमः. ॐ आचार्येभ्यो नमः. ॐ ऋषिभ्यो नमः. ॐ देवेभ्यो नमः. ॐ वेदेभ्यो नमः. ॐ सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः. ॐ सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः. ॐ सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः.
Salutations to Brahma, to Preceptor, to the sages, to the gods, to the Vedas.
We come to the heart of the Sandhya, which is the Gayatri mantra. We sit all upright, recite the prayer. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat.
Let us be in union with your luminous nature, you who are the creator of the three worlds and the giver of our intellect.
ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयोभवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च नमस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ वीर्यमसि वीर्यमयि देहि ॐ बलमसि बलमयि देहि ॐ तेजोऽसि तेजोमयि देहि ॐ ओजोऽसि ओजोमयि देहि ॐ मन्युरसि मन्युमयि देहि ॐ साहसि साहोमयि देहि.
Salutation to the Almighty, the giver of bliss, happiness, and peace. May we be blessed with energy, strength, glory, courage, and patience.
We ask God that there may be universal peace in our hearts, in our communities, in our minds, all around us, in our nation. May God bless all around us.
सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भूयात् सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् नन्दन्तु सर्वभूतानि निरातङ्कानि सन्तु च प्रीतिरस्तु परस्परं सिद्धिरस्तु च कर्मणां स्वस्यस्तु राज्ञो नित्यापाः प्रजाभ्यासते वास्तु स्वस्यस्तु द्विपदी नित्यं शान्तिरस्तु चतुष्पदी शान्तिरस्तु नो देवस्य भूर्भुवः स्वः शिवं तथा सर्वदा शान्तिरस्तु नः सौम्य भवन्तु भूतानि त्वं देवा जगताश्रस्ता पाता दैवा त्वमेव हि प्रजापालय देवेश शान्तिं कुरु जगत्पते यो मे अध्यास्निहीयते तस्य शिवमस्तु सदा भुवि यस्य मां वेत्ति लोकेऽस्मिन् सोऽपि भद्राणि पश्यन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम्.
Let there be good to all, let all be free from sickness, let all see good and let none suffer, let all be happy and fearless. Let there be sympathy for each other and success for all work. Let there be prosperity to the leader who protects the people every day, and also to the people. Let the bipeds and the quadrupeds be prosperous every day. Let there be peace amongst the divine beings and in the three worlds. Let us and all other beings have peace everywhere. Creator and sustainer, as you are of the world, you encourage spirituality and establish peace amongst the people. Who is my friend today, let him be in peace. And who is my enemy, let him also be in peace.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hari Om. Prem se bol Govind Krishna Bhagwan ki jai.
Jai.
We will have the children's class. So those who of us are here that are children, children at heart, children in their mind, and physically children, you can join, feel free to join the children's class. As we get ready now to enter into the pages, just one shlok I'll be reading from the Bhagavad Gita. But before that, I would take us through the dhyanam, because I would like us to focus on Krishna Bhagwan in particular. But before that, I want to draw to your attention that I have in the past made a mistake in saying that there is no such thing as Pitri Paksh. The word is Pitri Paksh. But Pitri Paksh actually is a word in Bhojpuri. And I apologize for giving you that misinformation. So Pitr comes from the Bhojpuri word, and that's what our ancestors who first came to Trinidad, that's how they spoke. So when they spoke Pitri Paksh, they were not being there, that was their language. So today I want to recognize that and recognize their words, recognize their language, recognize them. And we ask that God protect them, be with them, bless them wherever they are, wherever those souls are. We put our hands together, close our eyes, focus on Krishna Bhagwan. Parthaya praktibodhitam bhagavatam Narayanena swayam Vyasena graditam purana munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamatavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayanim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavid Dveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pularavindayatapatra Yena Tvaya Bharata Tailyapurnaha Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Trotavetrakaparnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gitamrita Duhe Namaha Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhakto Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunvanti Divya Ishtave Veday Sangha Padakramupanishadai Gayanti Yam Samga Dhyanavashtita Dargatena Manasah Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashantam na vidusura asuragana Devaya tasmai namaha Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya
Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya
Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Arjuna Uvacha Ayati Shradhayopeto Yogachalati Manasaha Aprapya Yoga Sansiddhi Kagatim Krishna Gachati Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda
Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya
Radharamana प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की. Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna ji is asking a question that each one of us has in our mind and our hearts. And if we, in some way, we do our best that we can. We come to Mandir, we do our sandhya, we recite our prayers, we try to speak well. But what if we fall short because we cannot somehow control our mind? What is going to happen to us? What will happen to us? Krishna ji says, you are not lost forever. I've spoken about this before, but this is important to set the context for today. You are not lost forever, but you will get a chance again. And I've used the analogy before. It's like you write your exam, but you get a chance if you fail to write it again. And you keep writing the exam as often as you can till you get 100%. And when you get 100%, that's when you merge back into Him, with Him, to be with Him. Yeah, but what if I get an A? Do I go back to Him? No, because you still could have done better. You could have gotten, if you got 90, you could have gotten 100. If you got 95, maybe He's waiting for you to be perfect. But we are human beings, we're not perfect. Yes, we are capable of perfection. What keeps us back from perfection is ourselves. We've spoken about this before. I don't want to get distracted into that. So we are capable of perfection because we are all part of God. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. So we've all come from that which is perfection. So we are capable of perfection. But we put our obstacles in our own way. Remember the first night of the Ganeshji Yajna, we spoke about that. So Krishnaji says, I'm going to send you to write back the exam, to live your life, come back again, do what you have to, and become better and better. And I'm going to put you in a place where you could come Mandir. I'm going to put you in a place where you have good Wi-Fi, you could follow us on Facebook. I'm going to give you the circumstances now where you can sit and do puja and listen to God's name all throughout the day, if that's what you would like to do. I'm giving you that chance. So each time we come better and better. It's up to us. And similarly, those souls who have gone may now have a chance to do better in a life somewhere else, whether on earth or in some other place, some other planet, some other dimension. They have a choice and a chance now to uplift themselves. But we all need help. And God says in the Bhagavad Gita, in all of our Shastras and our books, we are there to help those who have gone before. And they need help. Okay. He says to us, one of the things everybody should do, but especially in Pitri Paksh, every day you should do it, but especially in Pitri Paksh, I want you to do tarpan and make the offerings for those who have gone before. And we've had the chance today to do it, to do tarpan, and I know that I have spoken about these mantras before. But because of how special they are, I need to share it with you so that you could understand. This is what I said I would do last week. And I want to take us through what we did this morning so you would understand that, as Panditji said a couple Sundays ago, we don't pray to the dead. We pray on their behalf. We send messages. You know, somebody wants to get a bill passed in Parliament. They will have someone lobbying on their behalf. We are the lobbyists on behalf of those souls that have gone. We are asking God, wherever they are, please look after them. We start by invoking Kurukshetra, Gaya, Ganga, Prabhasa, Pushkarani cha, Tirthani, Yetani, Punyani, Tarpan Kali Bhavanti Vaham. The first mantra that is recited is to purify the water that we ourselves are going to use for that purpose. And again, so many times I point out to us that as followers of Sanatan Dharma, we are conservationists, we are environmentalists. If we are to have clean water to offer, tirthani etani punyani tarpankali bhavanti vaha, to make the offerings, then we have to look after our water systems. We have to look after our rivers. Don't pollute it. Don't throw things and expect that it's going to go away somehow magically. It doesn't. Plastic is there forever. That is the true janma janma. Life after life, we might come back and see the same piece of plastic there in the river. So we start by purifying the water through the mantras, and then we face east. And we recognize Brahma Stripyatam Brahmaji, Vishnu Stripyatam Vishnuji, Rudra Stripyatam Shankar Bhagwan, Prajapati Stripyatam. These are the mantras that are being recited, and I'm saying it to you because I need for you to understand what we do as followers of Sanatan Dharma. And this leads us into a mantra that is so beautiful. I will recite it so you will feel the rhythm. Then I will tell you what it means. Om Deva Yakshasthatha Naga Gandharva Apsuro Suraha Krura Sarpa Suparnascha Taravo Jamba Bhaga Kagaha Vidyadhara Jaladhyaiva Tataschaiva Kashigaminaha Niraharascha Ye Jiva Pape Dharmarathascha Tesham Apyayanayatad Diyate Salilam Maya. Panditji said last week, I think it was last week, if we don't know these mantras in Sanskrit, does that mean we can't do the puja? No, that is not what we mean. But when we learn these things, I've spoken about remapping the brain, the Sanskrit effect. When we learn these things, our mind remaps all of those neural impulses that are going along, and we learn something new. And it has been found scientifically that Sanskrit language in particular, I'm not just saying this, helps the brain to develop differently, positively. As a matter of fact, it was on Time magazine. I think it was even the cover story about it. But as Panditji has said, it is correct, you don't have to. But when you understand how beautiful it is, you will want to. Deva to the Devatas, Yaksha, Sthatha Naga to the Nagas. All of those souls, what is he saying? The mantra is recognizing that souls are not limited and restricted only to the human form. But Devatas, Yaksha, Sthatha Naga, Gandharvas, you've heard about Gandharvas, those who sing, Apsarok Suraha, all of those divine celestial beings, they too have souls. Sarpa, the snakes, all of the animals, the holders of water, the trees, what? The trees, the plants, all of these life forms. I am making this offering for all of those souls. Sit back now and think about the magnitude of what is being said in such a mantra. Think about the magnitude and the benevolence and the wholehearted looking after nature and everything that we as followers of Sanatan Dharma follow and perform on behalf of all of creation. Those creatures that are without food, those that are addicted to sin and have no religion, for the satisfaction of those, this water is offered to you, Bhagwan. For the satisfaction of all those who cannot offer in these beings. So when they ask, what happened to the animals and things? When they die, what happens to them? Who offering for them? We are. Those who offered this morning have. Those who are offering on a daily basis for the Shraddha, for the Pitri Paksh period, those are the people. Followers of Sanatan Dharma are carrying the world as we know it, as it has been, as it will be, and in other universes through our prayers. So when we speak about omnipotence, when we speak about all these high words, we are followers of that through the practices that we keep. We then recognize Sanakascha, Sanandascha, Tritiyascha, Sanatanaha, Kapilascha, Surascheva, Bodhupanchasikas Tathaha. We then recognize Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. Those of us who have listened to Bhagavad will know who I'm speaking about. But these are four ever-living masters who reside to the northern regions, and therefore we turn to the north then and make those offerings. So the offerings are not static. We start off offering to the east, then we turn to the north. Those of us with Janeos, we will be changing our Janeos in different fashions, channeling the energies in different ways. We then turn back to the east and make offerings to all of the rishis and munis who have been the source of our lifetimes, because those rishis and munis are the ones who have blessed all of the generations to come, to the extent that their names are given in the gotras that each of us have. We may not know what it is, but when we came with gotras, descended from particular rishis. So when we speak about us being children of the rishis, it is a literal thing. So to all of those rishis facing east, we offer to them, recognizing that they are the ones who started many of our life chains and our heritages, and our ancestors coming down the line started there. And then we turn to the south. Is it that God only lives in certain areas? No. What is being done is a conscious message is being sent to our mind and our brain that when I turn to the east, I'm facing the sun, I'm doing puja to the devatas. When I turn to the north, I'm reconditioning, and therefore I'm thinking of those Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. And when I turn to the south, I'm thinking now of the Pitris, those who have gone before, my ancestors. So you know which post box we're putting each one in. International, local. And it is fashioned in that way for us to visualize and to think about switching our mind into what we're going to do now. And at this point, offerings were made facing south for the Pitris. Offerings are first made to those Aryama Pitris, those who are there, fulfilling the roles that they have to. And we use the kush grass, which is in itself a symbol of purity. And important is the blacktail, which in itself purifies everything. Just a little side note. Every morning I was doing my offering, had no problems. This morning, for my final offering, my dog decides she's going to drink from the bucket. So there I was now thinking, what should I do? I thought, okay, let me put it in the drain, and she sat down and she dragged the whole thing out. Had to restart. Life forms recognize purity. Life forms recognize that these things help. However it is, by instinct. So when Krishna Bhagavan talks in chapter 6, as we say, what happens to them? They get to come. She sat afterwards to do puja. And she just looked on. That's my dog I'm talking about. Souls come for whatever reason into our lives, spend whatever times, they get whatever blessings, and then they move on. Family come for whatever reasons into our lives. Friends come into our lives. Whatever it might be, they touch us. Our souls become connected in some particular way. And then they move on. The imprint of that memory remains. But our life moves on. And all those who have gone before, we remember them. Not to mourn for them. Not to think, oh, I wish you were here. But remember them to say, I hope that wherever your soul is, that you are happy and you have God's grace with you at all times. I am doing the little that I can now to do that. And then we invoke, Agachantu me pitara imam grihanta pujalim Vishnur om, whatever gotra. Whether Father, we say the name and we picture them. Remember, they no longer have that form. But we picture them so we could remember and put in our mind the body that went with that soul. That's the body that went with that soul. So Bhagavan, that is the soul I'm talking about. I know all souls are yours and all of that is part of you, but it's still yet disembodied and away from you. So help me. This is the message that I'm sending. That email is for that particular address. So you picture them. Because remember, as I say, they no longer have that body, but that is the addressee. That's who we're sending it to. On behalf of, not to, on behalf of. And we recite, and we make our offerings, and we do the best that we can with love and devotion, and we believe, most importantly, that God, please accept my offering. Imperfect as it may be, imperfect as I am here doing this because I love them and I love you. And after reciting the mantras, remembering each one of them, comes another wonderful set of mantras. Om narakeshu samasteshu yatanasu charyesita tesham apyayanayeta diyate salilammaya. You know, followers of Sanatan Dharma follow the 4 pillars. Satyam, Saucham, Daya, Danam. I spoke about each one of those in years gone by. We'll rehearse it coming up. Compassion, Daya, Danam. Daya, that compassion is part of who we are and are supposed to be. So that when something happens, you know, some people say, I will forgive, but I will never forget. Daya says, forget to. And what is being said here is that for those souls who have not done good things, and they are in the nether regions, Narak, our version of what is, you know, there's heaven, Vaikunt, and Narak. Narak is, for want of a better word, Hell. For those who are down there suffering, Narakeshu samasteshu yatanachu stetisa. Tesham apyayanayetad. I am offering this water for those souls who are suffering. Think about how you have to be. Think of what you have to be in your thoughts to pray for souls that were so bad, like Ravan and others. And say, wherever you are suffering, I am making an offering to God so that your soul will be redeemed as well. Again, think of that magnanimity, how huge that is, how forgiving and prayerful you have to be to pray for negative people. Ye bandhava bandhava va ye anmani janmani bandhava te triptim akhilam yantu ye chasmangtu yakankshinaha. It's important for me when I recite these mantras that the next mantra is for all of your relatives and friends who have gone before. But that comes after you have prayed for those who are in Narak. So that you, first of all, you don't forget your family, but you look after those who need it first. And those souls that have gone in a negative place, I make this offering for them. Now, with a clean slate, I'm offering this to you, Prabhu, for all of my family and relatives. Let all my kinsmen, friends in times gone by, or in present life, or foes on earth, get satisfaction and unending peace from the waters offering from my hands. I want us to go back to where we started, that for us to have purity of thought and be able to do this puja, we have to have good water, clean water, and good waterways. And now we're offering all of these things with purity for all those who have gone. And then again, as if to close it off, this is the next mantra. Abrahma Bhuvanaloka Deva Rishi Munimanavaha Tripyantu Pitarah Sarve Matri Matamahadayah. Let the Devatas, the Rishis, Brahmaji even be pleased. May my fathers and mothers in all my previous lives be pleased. Let all of humanity, let all living beings get satisfaction. Let the whole universe, Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu, let the whole universe, from Brahmaji down to the humblest tuft of grass, be satisfied. Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu, 3 times. Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu. Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu. In your mind, make that offering. Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu. For all of creation, we make this offering to God. And then comes another wonderful mantra. Om ye chasmakam kule jata aputro. Those who don't have children to offer on their behalf. So we have passed on, we don't have children. Who's going to offer for me? Followers of Sanatan Dharma. Aputro gotrine kule jata putro gotrine mritaha te tripyantu mayadatam vastran nishidanodakam. So the offering that is then made is for all of those souls who don't have children to offer. And one of the most celebrated one is Bhishma Pitama. And there's a whole separate offering that is made for him. You remember who Bhishma Pitama was from the Mahabharata? He had given up the right to have children, that huge vow that he had made for his brother. In this same way, even though he has gone, all of Sanatan Dharma continues to pray for his soul. And then it closes, Pita Svargaha, my father and ancestors are heaven. Pita Dharma, my father. And when we speak of father, we're talking about ancestors are my dharma. Pita hi paramam tapaha. And the greatest tapasya that I can do is to make sure that my ancestors have been pleased. Pitri Priti Mapanne. And when my ancestors get some satisfaction, Priyante Sarva Devata, then all of the devatas, all of the celestial beings, they too will be pleased. It finishes then with a prayer that if in any way I've made mistakes, please forgive me, but please take whatever good karma that I've in any way engaged and earned today, take that to those, let that go to the feet of Bhagwan so that he may bless those souls. This is the tarpan. This is the tarpan that is recited every day. This is the tarpan done specifically during Pitri Paksh. This is the tarpan that was done today. And this is the tarpan that I've tried to explain to us so we will understand. So as Panditji had tried on the first and second Sunday speaking about it, about different myths and different things, and people speak about, oh, be scared and all of these sort of things. I thought, you know what? Death fascinates us. Death terrifies us. Fascinates because we may go to a funeral, we don't know the person, but we're making sure we go to see the body. Because we want to see what death looks like. We don't know the person, much less if we did. But death fascinates us. People now filming on the side of the road, continuing to show as if that is something to share. But it's fascinating because we hear about it, we are scared of it, but here it is in front of me. So it fascinates us, but it also frightens us because we don't want it to happen to us or to anyone around us. But know this, that when it happens to us, because it's going to happen to us at some point in time, there are others like us in the community who are going to be praying for our souls, taking us forward, asking God to look after us. So even when we leave, and even those who have gone, know that their souls are not forgotten. Know that their good deeds and actions are not forgotten. But we continue to pray and be inspired. With those words, we've reached the 9:34. I've far exceeded my time. But I thought it important for us to understand through exact example of exactly why Pitri Paksh and Shraddh and Tarpan is important. So with those thoughts and words, before moving on, because life continues, tomorrow we start the energy and Shakti of it all. Right after, it's not by coincidence, but right after celebrating those souls who have gone, we celebrated those souls that are here. And we celebrate those souls that are here by energizing those souls that are here and putting us back onto the path that we should be on. And that is the Navaratri. So when we start tomorrow, I know that many people will find it difficult because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all working days. But if you can come and share in the vibration, because when you are here, you feel the vibration. When you are there, you feel the sound and the songs and the bhajans. But when you hear, you feel the Divine Mother. I feel her. And therefore, if you can come. Monday, 6 to 7:30, Panditji. We try to keep on time. I myself try to keep on time, except for today. So we will continue, and you will hear more from Panditji about that in preparation for tomorrow. But it's a lovely time, it's a happy time, it's a loving time, it's a time of prayerfulness and of strength and of energy. That begins tomorrow. Make your offerings, get your coconut, get all of the things that you need to have so that you can do your puja. 9 days, keep your fast. Remember what I said about fasting. Fasting is not a pound of sugar to eat. That is eating a pound of sugar, that is not fasting. So if you're fasting, as I've said before, try to keep to your fruits. Don't eat a whole set of Mahan Bhog. Eat a little bit. if you have to eat it. I know my sister makes a wonderful gulab jamun, kurma, and I suffer when I see it, but I know I'm not eating it because I'm fasting. So may God bless each and every one of you. May Krishna ji be with you. Let's sing our songs. Panditji, do we? So we will now have our tea. Those of us who want to come for our tea, please come up, take the opportunity while we can to do puja. Krishna ji.
Jai Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyon ki dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hari, Jai Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyon ki dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hari. Jab चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। और कोई न केवल हारा हो, और कोई न केवल हारा हो। फिर तू ही मेरा पार करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि, जय कृष्ण हरि, श्री कृष्ण हरि। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे
तो सब कुछ कर दे,
विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा,
पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा।
जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि, जय कृष्ण हरि,
श्री कृष्ण हरि। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि,
जय
जय जय कृष्ण हरि,
जय
जय जय कृष्ण हरि। जय जय सूर नारायण स्वामी, जय जय सूर नारायण,
जय जय सिया राम में सब जग जानी, करहु प्रणाम जोड़ी जुग पानी। जपहि नाम जन आरत भारी, मितहि कुसंगत होई सुखारी। नाम लेत भव सिंधु सुखाई, करहु विचार सुजन मन माही। उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारी शरण पड़े, भव पार करो भगवान तुम्हारी शरण पड़े। शरण पड़े, शरण पड़े, शरण पड़े, शरण पड़े। उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारी शरण पड़े। कैसी तेरा नाम सिधाई, कैसे तुम्हारी लगन लगाई। कैसे तेरा नाम सिधाई, कैसे तुम्हारी लगन लगाई। हृदय जगा दो ज्ञान तुम्हारी शरण पड़े। उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारी शरण पड़े। पंथ मतों की सुनो सुनो बातें, द्वार तेरे तक पहुँच न पाते। पंथ मतों की सुनो सुनो बातें, द्वार तेरे तक पहुँच न पाते। भक्त के बीच जहान तुम्हारी
Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So this morning, just a few announcements. One, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to those persons who are back with us after some period of absence. I'm seeing some familiar faces who haven't been with us for some time, so we welcome you back to the Mandir. As Panditji said, we start our Navratri Puja tomorrow evening, and you are all invited to attend. We will commence Puja from 6, and it will include Puja, Bhajan, Kirtan, Stotra, Pravachan, and the opportunity to Hawi. So if you bring your flowers and your fruits, prasad, this will be done as well, and Hawan. So this will all be done between the period from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So you're all invited to come and participate from tomorrow and going straight on until next week, Monday, which will be the Mahanavami, and when we will conclude, which will be on next week, Monday. Durga Ashtami will be next week, Sunday. So we will have a very wonderful service in anticipation of that. So please extend the invitation to all of your relatives, friends, and loved ones. They can come and join with us during this most auspicious and most powerful period of Navratri. In addition to that, you are reminded that our fundraiser will take place on the 9th of October. It's a Sunday morning, and it's by way of a takeaway breakfast. Those of you who are in possession of ticket monies, you can start bringing those in so that they can be accounted for. Those of you who are still without tickets, I think we just have a few more left, and you can see Mr. Sinanan at the end, and he would be able to oblige. If you are willing to make some contribution, there are some items that we still need to get, but I want to thank you for the generous contributions that have come in towards the material, the takari, the vegetables, and all of those things. We have a few more items that we still need to get, and please see Mr. Sinanan after the service, and he could apprise you as to what those items are and how you can contribute. In that vein, however, the greatest focus that we're looking for right now will be for manpower or human resource on the morning of the 9th, because we will need your assistance with regard to packing and packaging, and to assist with regard to persons who are coming in to pick up. So if you can give of your service, and that we're looking at persons from 6 a.m. straight until 11, but we're looking to break that into shifts so that you won't be here during the entire time. If you know that you can provide some service or sewa during that time, please see Mr. Sinanan again and give him your name and when you are able to attend. So that's our fundraising project by way of a takeaway breakfast that will take place on the 9th of October. Our Diwali program will be held on Sunday, the 16th of October. So that morning, our Sunday morning service will be extended. The youth group is having a very wonderful presentation, and we invite you to be aware of that date, that time. Refreshments will be provided, and we look forward to seeing you all with us on the morning of the 16th for that Diwali program. And you'll be hearing more of the upcoming events as we go forward. I just want to say belatedly happy birthday to Asha, who celebrated her birthday on Friday, and indeed to Rama Umar, who also celebrated her birthday last week, and to all other persons who may have celebrated or will be celebrating their birthday in the upcoming week. May Bhagwan bless you all, guide you, and protect you. We now stand for final arti and closing prayer.
Om Jai Jagadish Hari Swami Jai Jagadish Hari Bhakt Janon ke sangat Das Janon ke sangat Shan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hari Jo dhyave phal paave dukh binase man ka Swami dukh binase man ka Sukh sampati ghar aave Sukh sampati ghar aave Kasht mite tan ka Om Jai Jagadish Hari मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहो किसकी स्वामी शरण कहो किसकी तुम बिन और दूजा
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता।
आप सेवक तुम स्वामी, आप सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। इस विधि मिलो दया में, इस विधि मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, अपने हाथ उठाओ, द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे,
ओम जय
जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, जन में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
Hari Om. As we conclude our puja this morning, as we conclude our offerings, we give thanks to God for the ability to come. O Prabhu, you have given us this blessing and this good fortune this morning. You've afforded us the opportunity to give thanks and to express our gratitude not only to you and for the blessings that we've had, but indeed to express that gratitude through you for the blessings of our foreparents, our ancestors, and all that they have done and contributed to make us who we are and where we are today. We pray for the well-being of their Atma. We pray for the well-being of ourselves and our family, our community, and indeed for all of humanity. This morning, if there have been any shortcomings, any mistakes, we beg your forgiveness. We ask you to continue to inspire, guide, and protect us. May we always walk in that pathway that would lead us closer and closer to you. We join together in closing prayer. Hari Om. Tvameva Mata च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। मापति महादेव की जय। आज शक्ति जगदम्बा देवी मैया की जय। श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, श्री सच्चे सनातन धर्म की, श्री सच्चे सनातन धर्म की. Turn to those around you. Stop going. Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram. May Bhagavanji bless us all. May we have a powerful day and a very wonderful week ahead. We look forward to seeing you all with us tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. Jai Sitaram all.